Welcome to 101. I'm Greg Bassett, your host from the Salisbury Independent newspaper. It's a big day here at PAC 14. It's election time, and we're interviewing all the candidates for the various county offices. Today, we're County Council District 1 with Kyle Cole. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So who is Kyle Cole for people who might not know him?
Well, I'm a Wicomico County local, born and raised west side of Salisbury, lived down in Nanticoke, live in town of Hebron, firefighter EMT for Dorchester County, used to volunteer for Salisbury and Hebron Fire Departments as well.
Why are you running for county council?
So I wasn't thrilled of how our county was going and actually how our government totally was going. So I was always taught if you didn't like something, stand up and fix it. So I'm running to basically put the voices back in the people and do the right thing and make sure the people have the power again.
So you're running in District 1, which is the west side of Salisbury. What are some of the problems in that district that you want to address?
So one thing's major. It was actually addressed last night at the County Council Environmental Forum. They're basically using it as the dump all district. Like they want to expand the landfill, make it bigger, put it closer to residential homes. I'm not okay with that, no matter who it is. So I want to definitely be a voice to stop that. But also, it's been seen over the past years, people just dumping trash along the side of the roads.
Right.
When I was growing up, this county used to be such beautiful, no trash anywhere, and now it's becoming really trashy. And I want to basically run and start cleaning up the county again.
Yeah, I think one of the problems is the fee, the fee they charge at the dump. I think people don't want to pay that, and their household trash ends up going everywhere.
Right, and that's something that I was talking to. Like I sat down with Megan Alton not too long ago, and we were talking about doing like a countywide trash system and recycling system. Like I don't know if you've been out to Brick Kiln lately, but the mountain of trash is 10 times taller than when I was a kid.
Right.
So we need to start recycling. We need to start getting more trash actually where it belongs, and instead of dumping on the side of the streets.
Right. One of the things with that West Salisbury constituents there sometimes say that they don't have a voice in county government. How can you fix that?
So I'm going to start going. If I'm elected, I'm going to hold monthly meetings all around the district. Listen to the actual people. Listen to what they have to say. I'm not going to vote upon something until I hear what all the districts have to say around the whole entire county. Because what works for District 5 might not work for District 1. Every single district is different in this county.
Where are you on the condition of our schools and funding for our schools?
So I'm all for the funding. I think our teachers, staff is all underpaid. I want to fund it more. Public safety and school safety is huge for me. So I definitely want to put more money into the schools. So that not one, we have better education, but two, our schools are the safest around.
One of the things we hear about all the time too is the conflicts between the county executive and the council. Have you studied that? Have you figured out how you want to navigate with the county executive?
So the county executive sometimes can be hard-headed, no matter who it is. But I'm the type, I work with everybody. I don't have a mean bone in my body until you really make me mad. So I can work across the hallway. I can work with Democrats, Independents, no matter who it is. I'll sit down, work with them, come out with a compromise. I'm a Libra. We don't like making people mad. We like to work with everybody.
You're a firefighter, volunteer firefighter, and one of the issues that's come up in this campaign is the future of EMS firefighter service, losing volunteers in the ranks, whether the county's going to have to pay to hire people to be firefighters instead of subsidize the volunteer companies. What's the solution to maybe our EMS emergency services problem?
So I work full-time Dorchester County. We are a county-based EMS system. Same thing has happened up there. Fire departments dwindled down for the EMS side. So we went county-wide back in 2003. So I do think that might be the way Wicomico might have to go. So that way the proper medical treatment is there for the whole entire county. And what we need to do is start fighting for the firefighters, giving them funding so they can recruit and retain the volunteer fire side. Because without them getting up 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, we're not going to have anything.
Yeah, and people don't understand that it's not like the old days where they just showed up when they could. There's expectations that you're going to be there in 6 or 9 minutes.
Right. Everybody has jobs now. Everybody's busy working. The economy's super low. So you have to work 2, 3 jobs. People just don't have time to volunteer anymore. So it has been, I've seen it every single fire department trying to recruit for volunteers. And we just need to do something from the county level in order to help them do that.
Right. One of the solutions has been maybe to extend some sort of a tax cut or benefit to to volunteers. Another suggestion is to pay them. Where do you think that's going to head?
So I agree with the tax cut, like the property tax cut from the county side, because that is a little extra benefit of, hey, let me go volunteer. As far as paying, then they're not volunteer anymore.
Right.
So, but what we can do is try to work with the chiefs, see, hey, what do you think would bring in more people that we can do at the county level? Right now, we have the LoSAP, we have the insurance in case you do get hurt, the county pays for it. But we just do need to do more at the county level, and I think one direction is going with the tax cut.
One of the things that's come up in these interviews is that there's concern or opportunities with the county's reserve funds. Right now we got about $52 million in a rainy day fund and a reserve. Certainly needed it in the 2008 recession. So it's good to have it, but what do you want to do with the reserves? Do you want to tap that for anything? Do you want to cut taxes? Do you want to talk about the revenue cap?
So the revenue cap needs to be reviewed. It definitely needs, I like the revenue cap because then everybody's not getting taxed out. The way inflation is right now, everybody's already tapped out. Everybody's wallets are empty.
Right.
So keeping the revenue cap, we need you just to review it, see maybe if we can tweak it a little bit, but I wouldn't get rid of it. As far as the reserve money, I think we do need to tap into it. Invest in public safety, invest in our schools, invest completely into our county. Try to revamp our county, make it a place that people want to come to, want to open up businesses at, and bring more income here to the county.
Public safety is really big, and it's big in District 1. That's where the new sheriff's office headquarters is going to be located. What are some of the public safety concerns in District 1?
So right now, I know, of course, fire and EMS, totally short-staffed. I'm not sure about the sheriff's office. I haven't had a chance to sit down with Mike Lewis, see what's going on with them. I believe that we need to get more street patrol. I live in the town of Hebron. I usually see only one sheriff's deputy, and that's when he's on duty patrolling the area. So, and then, of course, District 1 reaches all the way up to Sharptown area, San Domingo. They barely see any patrol. I think that it will give a peace of mind to citizens if there is like regular patrols going on around the county.
So school safety has been a big issue. The county last year added like $1 million to the budget, a little over $1 million to fund school safety. What's your feedback on school safety? What are you hearing out there?
So school safety, right now in this county we only have 9 SROs. I believe there should be an SRO for every single school. And I was talking to a few people, they're intimidated by the uniforms. So I would work with Sheriff Mike Lewis, see it probably like do them at, like the SROs in plain clothes, but still have them in the schools for the safety. Also another big thing is mental health in the schools, which goes along with the school safety. So like middle school and high school have like mental health officers there ready to go. We just did accept, I forget the company's name, from Princess Anne and Comico area,
Yeah.
Sent 1,600 shields for our schools.
Hardwire.
Hardware, yep.
Yeah.
And that is amazing. I think that's definitely something we need. But we need to definitely look to see what we have to do to make our schools safer. A kid should not be going to school wondering if he's going to go home at the end of the night.
I assume you're out there going door to door, trying to campaign. What are people telling you?
So a lot of them are saying they're loving seeing us out in the community. They don't get to talk to our council that much in person, so they're loving that. Those that are parents are afraid to send their kids to school because everything that's been going on. Look at what just happened in Texas at an elementary school. So they are actually loving the fact that I'm out in the community. I'm not going to hide behind closed doors. I'm going to have my phone on me 24/7. Maybe not when I'm on an ambulance call.
Right.
But any other time, my phone's right there. I'll get up 2, 3 o'clock in the morning whenever if there's something that hits Wicomico County, like a natural disaster, I'll be there.
Tell me about growing up in Wicomico. Why do you like Wicomico so much?
I like the laid backness of the Wicomico County. I used to work for Lifestyle Response. Used to go to Baltimore all the time. Couldn't pay me enough to live there. But down here, we're basically, so we got the city of Salisbury, the hustle and bustle, especially during Christmas time. Then you just go not even 5 miles out, and you have to relax all the farmland, and you got beaches not even 20 minutes away. It's perfectly located for everything.
Did you go to Mardella High School?
Yes, graduated 2009.
So what do you think of the renovations that are going on there?
I think it's about time. That school has been needing it for a long time. It used to get all hand-me-down stuff. We were saying it even when I was a student there, that it needs to be renovated.
Yeah, it's going to be really nice. So that's one of the jobs of the county council, is to figure out, to help back up the school board. And there's some concerns that maybe some of the elected county leaders get too involved in the schools. What's the right relationship there?
So basically, yes, the Board of Ed and the county council has to work together. But the Board of Ed just needs to come to the county council for funding. We should be able to trust our Board of Ed to be able to run the school board the way it should be ran. We shouldn't be stepping in and telling them how to do their job. I don't like people stepping in and telling me how to do my job as EMT. I shouldn't be stepping in to tell somebody how to run the school board. So I would kind of take a step back, let them do what they need to do, and just let them come to me for finances and everything.
All right, give me your 1-minute pitch. Why should people elect Kyle Cole as their next county councilman in District 1?
So I am the one that wants to be the voice for everybody. I don't care your race, sexuality, your sex, the religion you believe in. I'm going to listen to everybody, no matter who you are. And one thing growing up as firefighter EMT, growing up from somebody that's actually did civil service around the county, I am here to serve. I was born to serve. I'm here to protect our environment, protect our schools, and better Wicomico County for the future.
He's Kyle Cole. He's running for County Council District 1. He's a Republican, and we're thrilled he had time to be with us here today. Thanks so much, Kyle.
Yep, thank you.
I'm Greg Bassett from the Salisbury Independent newspaper. Please be sure and see all of our interviews with all the candidates on the PAC 14 YouTube page.